Forget everything you think you know about summer. Forget the predictable, the mundane, the same old celebrity vacation snaps. Because right now, one of the most private, most enigmatic figures in the pop culture universe isn't just embracing summer, she's defining it. One sun-kissed, jaw-dropping moment at a time. And trust me, you haven't seen anything like this. What if I told you that in a world obsessed with oversharing, one supermodel is masterfully crafting an entirely new narrative around privacy, power, and pure, unadulterated summer bliss? Get ready, because the summer of Kendall is officially upon us, and it's hotter than ever. You've seen the headlines, scrolled past the fleeting Instagram stories, maybe even double-tapped a few of those seemingly effortless shots. But what if those seemingly simple moments by the pool, those breathtaking desert vistas, are actually part of a much larger, more intriguing story? A story about reclaiming space, commanding attention without shouting for it, and setting a new, gold standard for how celebrities engage with their audience in the digital age. We're not just talking about another bikini selfie here. We're talking about a masterclass in visual storytelling, an unwritten manifesto on effortless cool, and a deep dive into the elusive art of the strawberry moon. Let's rewind just a little to those initial glimpses that first sent the internet into a frenzy. Picture this: the vast, golden expanse of the desert, an endless sky, and then a figure emerging, almost ethereal, bathed in sunlight. Kendall Jenner, the stoic, often reserved member of a family known for its relentless candor, suddenly in full, glorious summer mode. It wasn't a posed photo shoot in a studio. It felt organic, authentic, almost like we were privileged to witness. A truly private moment. There she was, sunbathing by an impossibly inviting pool, shielded by a wide-brimmed hat, her silhouette a study in understated elegance. And that bikini? Barely there, a whisper of fabric, yet it spoke volumes about confidence and comfort in her own skin. This wasn't about flaunting. It was about existing beautifully in that space. She offered a shy smile to the camera, a rare glimpse of vulnerability that instantly connected with millions. Lying back in what looked like a natural canyon, the sheer scale of her surroundings dwarfed her, yet she remained the undeniable focal point. It was a visual paradox, immense natural beauty meeting understated human allure. And then came the shot that truly broke the internet, taken from behind, her feet just barely dipping into the cool, crystalline water. It wasn't provocative, it was cooling. It was a sensory experience conveyed through a single image: the shimmering heat of the desert, the inviting embrace of the water, and the quiet relief of a moment stolen from the relentless summer sun. This wasn't just a thirst trap, it was an invitation to feel the heat. Then find the chill. It was masterful. Later, we saw her with her head down, protecting her eyes from the desert glare. But her body was still drinking in those rays, getting that perfect sun-kissed glow for the summer months ahead. It's an unspoken ritual of summer, isn't it? That pursuit of golden skin, that feeling of warmth permeating every cell. She captured that universal desire, that shared experience, and elevated it to an art form. And the caption? Strawberry Moon. Simple, poetic, and utterly captivating. It hinted at something deeper, a connection to celestial events, a nod to ancient traditions, and a quiet acknowledgement of nature's grandeur. Many flocked to the desert to witness that red-tinted full moon, but Kendall seemingly became a part of that landscape, a living embodiment of its mystique. She wasn't just observing nature. She was in communion with it. This wasn't merely a photo dump. It was a curated experience, a narrative arc hinting at a profound connection to the world around her, even as the world watched her every move. Now, it's impossible to discuss Kendall's recent summer moments without briefly touching on the whirlwind that simultaneously engulfed her sister, Kylie. While Kendall was off getting in touch with nature, living in the moment, and opening herself and a significant portion of her skin up to the world, Kylie was busy spilling the beans on her plastic. Surgery stats. That revelation, as we all know, lit up the internet like the desert sun at high noon, sparking endless debates, analyses, and a maelstrom of commentary. The contrast was stark, almost poetic. On one hand, a deliberate unveiling, a calculated disclosure that invited intense public scrutiny. On the other, Kendall, seemingly oblivious to the digital noise, retreating into the quiet majesty of the desert, allowing her actions and her serene presence to speak for themselves. This juxtaposition highlights a fascinating divergence in how two of the most famous siblings navigate the complexities of celebrity, privacy, and public perception. Kendall, it seems, chose the path less traveled, the path of quiet confidence, letting her lifestyle, not her confessions, dictate the conversation. And just when we thought we had her figured out, just when we believed she was content to remain, a sun-drenched desert enigma, she returned with another salvo of summer perfection, this time offering what she playfully called roasted peaches on her Instagram. This was a new chapter, a different aesthetic, yet still unmistakably Kendall. Laid out in a new photo shoot, sunning her backside with an audacious elegance, she signaled that summer was not just approaching, it was here, and she was its undisputed queen. These weren't spontaneous phone snaps. These were high-fashion, high-concept visuals, part of a collaboration with Calzedonia, the popular shapewear and swimwear brand. This transition from candid desert wanderer to polished campaign star was seamless, showcasing her versatility and her undeniable ability to effortlessly bridge the gap between aspirational lifestyle and commercial powerhouse. The images were mesmerizing. One particularly striking shot showed her enjoying a dip in shallow water, her cheeks cresting just above the gentle waves. It was pure artistry. The water, a strategic veil, obscured her chest, leaving everything to the imagination. She wasn't wearing anything on top. A daring move that wasn't about explicit revelation, but about sophisticated suggestion. It invited contemplation, leaving fans to imagine what lay beneath the shimmering surface. It was a masterclass in subtle allure, a testament to the power of implication over overt display. And the caption? Barely there. A simple shout-out to the brand, a minimalist approach that spoke volumes. Her photos, powerful and evocative, rendered words almost superfluous. She knew they would leave anyone who saw them speechless anyway. This wasn't just an advertisement. It was a mood, a feeling, an aspiration. Connecting these seemingly disparate moments, the desert solitude, the strawberry moon connection, the roasted peaches in the water, reveals a cohesive narrative. Kendall isn't just posting pictures, she's crafting an ongoing summer story. She's inviting us into her world, not through lengthy captions or personal revelations, but through evocative imagery and a palpable sense of peace and confidence. Whether she's communing with nature in the desert or posing effortlessly in the shallow waters for a high-fashion campaign, there's an underlying theme, a deep, unshakable connection to the elements, to the sun, to the water, and to a very specific, elevated kind of summer bliss. And let's not forget those earlier moments, sometimes glimpsed in fleeting stories or paparazzi shots, of Kendall truly letting loose. Running around the beach in a bikini, stripping down, getting completely uninhibited, even launching rocks into the sea with her sister Kylie. These moments, while less curated than the recent campaign shots, offer a raw, unfiltered glimpse into the joy and freedom that define her summer experience. They're a reminder that beneath the polished veneer of supermodel mystique, there's a playful spirit. A woman who isn't afraid to get a little messy, to embrace the sheer, unadulterated fun of a summer day. It's this balance between the aspirational and the authentic, the perfectly posed and the genuinely carefree that keeps us utterly captivated. So what is it about Kendall Jenner's summer that resonates so deeply? It's more than just beautiful pictures. It's the feeling she evokes, a sense of escape, of effortless glamour, of living fully and beautifully in the moment. In a world saturated with manufactured perfection, she offers a version of summer that feels both aspirational and oddly attainable. She doesn't preach, she simply is. She shows us what it means to be truly comfortable in your own skin, to find joy in simple pleasures, and to command attention not by trying too hard, but by simply being yourself, authentically, and unburdened. As the summer continues to unfold, and as Kendall Jenner continues to grace our feeds with her unique brand of sun-drenched serenity, one thing is abundantly clear. She isn't just following trends, she's setting them. She's redefined what it means to share your summer with the world, proving that true engagement comes not from oversharing every detail, but from curating moments of breathtaking beauty and quiet confidence. She's shown us that the most impactful stories are often told Not through words, but through feeling, through atmosphere, and through the undeniable power of a single, perfectly captured image. So whether you're dreaming of desert escapes, moonlit swims, or simply finding your own slice of summer bliss, take a cue from Kendall. Embrace the sun, soak in the moments, and remember that sometimes the most powerful statement you can make is simply to exist beautifully and unapologetically in your own summer story. The summer of Kendall is more than a trend. It's a movement, and it's just getting started. Don't just watch, feel it, live it, and maybe, just maybe, find your own. Strawberry Moon.